This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing should be taken as factual. This is all my opinion and for your entertainment. Thank you and enjoy. Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another astrological video. Today we're going to do another celebrity reading. I have chosen a celebrity couple that seems to be a fan favorite. Again, this is a couple that's popular on social media. She's an influencer. He's a rapper. I think they have an on-again, off-again relationship. I think they're off at this time. So I just wanted to take a peek in each one of their charts to see what the energy is around them and to kind of get an idea of what could possibly be going on with these two. The couple I've chosen is Jayda and Lil Baby. All right, so we're going to get straight away into this because I don't want to make this a long video. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing I say today can be taken as factual. This is all my opinion and all for your entertainment purposes. So I got my birth information here for Jayda and Lil Baby. We are going to start with Miss Jayda first. Jayda Chiefs, I believe that's her name, was born September 25th, 1997. I do not have a birth time for her. She was born in Savannah, Georgia. She is currently 24 years old. So this makes her a Libra sun, a Cancer moon, and possibly a Sagittarius rising. Of course, without the birth time, the rising sign is 50% correct, but we can move forward. First things first, I did her relationship activity age. This is the age in which I come up with where I feel something will transition in a person's love life depending on where they are in their love life. So for scenarios, it breaks down to if you're totally single, this would be the time that someone would come into your life for a long-term commitment. Second scenario would be if you are in a relationship and the relationship is going well, this will be the time that you want to put permanence on the relationship. So this could look like moving in together, getting engaged, getting married, or committing to each other in a exclusive monogamous relationship. Third scenario could be if you're in a relationship and it's not going well, this is the time that you could experience a breakup. And fourth scenario is, and the fourth scenario can be one that is in combination with any of these. And that is the time when you are trying to figure out what you want in a relationship, what you want in a partner, and how you show up in a relationship. So the age in which I came up with that Miss Jayda should see a shift in the dynamics around her relationship is the age of 25. So something of significance could be happening around the age of 25. So this could be, from her next birthday, this September 2022, to that birthday, September 2023, something impactful could be changing during that year for her relationship-wise. Now, the theme of Miss Jayda's 2022 started this last September, and it's going to last until her next birthday. So this is pretty much the entire year. This is going to have her focusing on herself. Her energy is focused on the first house in astrology, and the first house governs our physical body, our self, our appearance, our impression. This is the energy that people experience when they first meet us, our identity, and just how we come across, okay? So the theme of this year may see Miss Jayda making some changes to her physical body. So this could look like, for example, her changing her wardrobe, changing her hairstyle. Maybe she does the big chop. This could also look like her getting into the best physical shape that she's ever been in her life, taking her body seriously. This could also look like her doing some cosmetic type work to herself. So she could possibly be thinking about making some cosmetic changes, cosmetic surgery of some sort. So that could be minor or major. But this is the energy and how you present on a physical level. This is also the energy on how you present with your personality and your energy. So I could definitely see she's going through a transition of changing how she shows up. So people will start to experience her a little bit differently because of the changes that she's making with herself. Now, this energy in the first house will definitely draw opportunities to her. So she could definitely have a lot of unexpected blessings and opportunities coming her way. And Miss Jayda actually could have some type of romantic prospects coming her way. I wouldn't be surprised if she met someone here in 2022 that turns into a possible long-term relationship. So we'll see how that pans out. Now, some of the things that I see for Miss Jayda coming up, we're going to talk about. Her fourth house, which is the house of family. It is the house of real estate, buying and selling of property. Our family, the family that we come from, and the family that we create for ourselves. Our mother, our emotional stability is here, and the prominent women in our lives are here. She has the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, growth, abundance, opportunity, wisdom, blessings, healings, all of those things. Jupiter stays in a house for about a year. So Jayda has pretty much for the entire year, she's going to have Jupiter there. Some of the benefits of having Jupiter in the fourth house, which she has now, will look like this year will be a great time for her to possibly buy or sell real estate. So this could mean she's buying property, buying a home for herself, maybe buying an additional property, real estate type things going on. If she's not buying and selling or moving, she could be doing some major renovations to her current location where she's living. This could look like changes in the dynamics in her household. So because this is Jupiter, the planet of expansion, someone could be moving in with her, or she could see a lot of activity going on in her home with people moving in or out, or maybe she's entertaining a lot at home, but things around her home get really, really busy. This is an excellent time for her to reconnect with her family. So if there's been any estrangement, which I do believe there has been, because she has the planet Neptune also in this fourth house. Neptune is the planet of our dreams, our intuition. It's the planet of our imagination, but it's also the planet of confusion and delusion and distance. So I'm believing that Jayda may be somewhat estranged from her family in some way. And that could look like she is like physically not close to her family, or there has been some kind of emotional detachment with her family or issues within the family. She has that, and this has been ongoing because Neptune takes about 7 years to go through a house. This has been for the last, probably, I would guesstimate the last 3 to 4 years. So she has quite a bit more time with this. So this could definitely feel like there is a detachment within her family. Now, when I say family, this could be the family that she comes from and the family that she has created for herself. There is a detachment. So with Jupiter being there, this is very supportive of her healing those relationships, those family relationships at this time, if that's something that she wanted to do. This would also be a time that I would not be surprised over the next year if she starts to do some type of family research, if she starts to trace her family tree of some sort, or trying to learn the history and more about her family and her ancestors. This is a great energy for connecting with ancestors. So I'm not sure if she's into any type of spirituality. If I was doing this reading with her, I would definitely tell her that would possibly be something that could be of interest to her, doing her family history and reconnecting or connecting with her ancestors. Now, also, I would caution her that because she has Neptune in the fourth house that we talked about, Neptune rules water. So I want her to be mindful of water damage or water issues in her home, or flooding in her home, or issues around water. I want her to be careful about getting in and out of the tub, or anything that's related to water in the home or around the home, being mindful of those areas and accidents with regards to water damage. Now, again, resolving family issues, digging into her family history. She should be mindful of maybe overspending with regards to her home and things of that nature. So just kind of be mindful of the possibility of overspending with regards to the home. But she may be getting a new home or purchasing a bigger home, and reconnecting with her family. And she may be receiving some type of inheritance with regards to her family. Not really sure how that plays in there, but I'm going to just throw that out there. Now, next thing I'm going to talk about with her is this Saturn that she has in her third house. Saturn is the planet of restriction, delay, maturity, growth, putting down foundations, but working very, very hard for things. And it's in the third house. And the third house is the area that governs communication. This is how we communicate with others. This is how we learn, teaching, how we process information. This is the area that covers the house that governs our siblings. So this is our siblings, our cousins, our neighbors, our extended family. Educational pursuits are here, and transportation. So this is our vehicles and things of that nature. So with Saturn being in the third house, one thing that this can bring up is a breakdown in communication. So having a hard time communicating with others, particularly with your siblings or your extended family, not being clear on your communications, or just having conversations that seem to be very, very difficult conversations coming up, and having to re-clarify things that have been said. Just, a breakdown in communication. This could make you feel very isolated, that you really don't have, your family to support you in some way. This could bring on a little bout of depression and a lot of negative thinking, because this is the area that governs our thinking. So a lot of negative thoughts may be going through her head. She has Saturn. Saturn stays in the house for about 2.5 years. So with this kind of energy, I see that this Saturn is probably going to be here for another year and a half with her. Some other things that she can probably anticipate with this Saturn in the third house is getting serious about educational pursuits. So she may be thinking about going back to school of some sort, but I don't think it's going to be something that's like higher education, like, a 4-year degree plan. This may be something that an area of study that she wants to take some type of certification, or something that she's been interested in learning for a very long time, but it takes you just a short period of time to study, nothing long term. And maybe this has something to do with, a hobby that she's been wanting to pursue, but she wants to learn some different type of skills or things of that nature. Now, this could bring serious opportunities by way of media. So she could possibly be taking seriously, maybe she's taking acting classes. That may be the classes that she's taking. She may be having an interest in television and media of some sort, or short films. So I don't know if she's ever wanted to be an actress, or maybe she wanted to be a writer or a director or something of that sort. But I think maybe she is taking some type of acting classes of some sort. So this could actually look like her getting opportunities to be in projects that are geared around the media. So I don't know if this is commercials. I don't know if she's upping her social media presence. I don't know if she's doing things with regards to podcasts. Maybe she's doing podcasts, building websites, things of that nature. But she's getting very serious about this area of her life with regards to how she communicates. This also could see her purchasing a new vehicle and taking a lot of short distance trips. Not so much out of the country, but trips within the United States. This may be a part of some type of media campaign or project that she's doing. So I look forward to seeing what that is. This also has energy around her second house of money. So she's doing a lot of transformation with regards to her money. She has Pluto there. So this may look like a source of income or money that she receives. I don't know if that thing is either going to go away, but I feel like she's going to start learning some lessons with regards to her finances and being more financially responsible for herself during this time. She also has some energy in her sixth house of health and fitness that's going to last her for a considerable amount of time, probably about 6 years or so. This will definitely have a disruption in her work environment, her work schedule, and even her personal schedule will get very, very busy, but just very, very unpredictable during this time. This could also bring on some unexpected illnesses. Just could pop up, and this could have her maybe having to deal with an unexpected illness of some sort. But addressing it in a non-traditional way. I don't know if she's gotten an interest in holistic medicine, maybe something that she's into. I would definitely strongly suggest that she look into ways of healing her body in a more holistic way. Again, I am not a medical professional, so I'm definitely not dispensing any medical advice to her, because I do believe in traditional medicine, but I also believe in educating ourselves on how to heal our bodies in a more natural way. So thinking outside of the box with regards to health. She may even at some point adopt a newfound way of eating. So this may look like her becoming a vegan, a vegetarian. Maybe she eliminates certain meats or certain foods from her diet, but taking a new innovative way of taking care of herself, her physical body, and her mental health. She may decide to go into therapy, or she may be starting to look at things with regards to astrology, Reiki, occult type things to help her cope on a mental level. What else could be coming up for her? Just dealing with a lot of disruptions to her normal schedule and being very flexible with regards to that. Okay. And this can make you kind of tired. So she needs to try to get as much rest as possible. And also she has definitely some heavy energy again in that sixth house. This, I would definitely strongly suggest to her that she take up meditation. Digging deep into her spirituality will be very supportive for her at this time. This also may have her dealing with someone that's in a confined space or a confined place. So this could look like someone in a hospital, rehab center, or maybe someone in prison that she's dealing with or having some type of communication with. Maybe a situation going on with that. Again, the undiagnosed or unexpected health issues that may come up. Dealings a lot with step families, step children, something to that effect. That's a lot of disruption in her life with that. And I would probably say that Miss Jayda needs to be careful with the people that she has around her. I don't believe that everyone that is in her life is totally rooting for her. So she needs to be careful with people that are around her and really paying attention to whether or not these people are really in her corner, whether they really are friends. She may have some people that are secretly envious of her, and she believes that they are friends or of some sort, and it is just not like that. So now what I will tell you is she's actually she's on the tail end of a Pluto sextile, actually a beneficial aspect for her. So sextile is always an easy aspect. And her Pluto sextile, let's see where it is. First and second. Okay, so things that could come up with this Pluto sextile, because it goes from 21 to 24. Definitely transformation with regards to her career. And because she's on the tail end of it, you get a lot more energy with regards to aspects at the beginning and the end. So she could definitely have some new goals for herself career-wise, or she gets some unexpected opportunities with regards to her career. Moving could be a big deal for her. So again, in addition to that Jupiter and Neptune in her fourth house, this definitely looks like a move for her of some sort, a changing of her residence. But these are positive changes with regards to her career and her home life. So she definitely has a lot to look forward to this year with regards to her career and her home life. Especially major changes around her career, major adjustments. I don't know if this is an energy of her having to move because of a work or a career opportunity could come up, and it possibly takes her somewhere else. Now, maybe not so much out of the country, but she's moving maybe from state to state or city to city with regards to a career opportunity. I would not be surprised if that does not come up for her sometime this year. Let's see, what else? Let's talk about what I see for her as the person that's going to potentially be the person that's going to be in her life. So just kind of like some information with regards to how or what I've seen with regards to her long-term partner. I look at the seventh house for this, which is the house of marriage. And the way her aspects are, this could look like Jayda could possibly, number one, she wants to marry with regards to her primary goal is to start a family. She wants a definite family dynamic with regards to marriage. And so one of the benefits that she sees of marriage is starting and raising a family and setting down roots for a family. I'm wondering, she has some very karmic ties to her family, and they may not be in the most healthiest way. And this is why this is a great time for her to start dealing with those dynamics of family. But this could also be, she could be someone that marries either late in life or if not at all. That could be a possibility. Late in life or maybe not at all, but that's not just a guarantee. She may have issues with her parents being very possessive and domineering, maybe a little bit overbearing with regards to that. And if that is the case, she has to be careful with repeating that type of pattern in her marriage. Now, ultimately, she definitely could manifest a partner that really provides a stable foundation for her. And in a sense where she doesn't have to worry about, home life and things of that nature. And she could focus on her actual career, because she's very ambitious with regards to her career. So she is ultimately probably will end up with someone that can provide a stable home foundation for her that she doesn't have to worry about, and she could focus on her career. And as much as she's in the public eye, I don't feel like she really is totally comfortable with being in the public. She just does it because it's a part of her brand. But I don't think she's someone that's, especially with that Cancer moon, she is very private, particularly around her family and her family dynamics. So she may not necessarily be just so comfortable with being in the public eye, as opposed to this is just something that comes along with what she does and who she is. Okay, so now we're going to look at little baby and see what's going on with him. Little baby was born December 3rd, 1994. I do not have a birth time for him either. He was born in Atlanta, Georgia. He is 27 years old. He's a Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon, and Aquarius rising. Again, the rising sign is about 50-50. Now, I did his relationship age, and I actually came up with the age of 27. So, with that being said, this definitely could look like he's got some relationship stuff going on. Definitely got some relationship stuff going on. So depending on what the scenario is for him, there's some definite changes coming up with his love life at this time. His energy for 2022 until his next birthday is going to be in his the third house of communication. So this is all about his communication style. This is all about how he expresses himself. He's another one that probably will have a lot of media opportunities that are going to come his way. His writing should get like off the chain. So I have a feeling he's probably doing a lot of writing at this time. I guess maybe for his music, but he actually may at some point this year think about writing a book, or maybe writing a screenplay, or getting into some type of media project where he is either in front of the camera or behind the camera or something to that effect. Or maybe he's investing in some type of television program or something to that effect. But I think he has a lot more opportunities that he's working on outside of music. Okay. He's another one that could probably be having a lot of activity around his siblings, cousins, his neighbors, or something of that sort. Something about his neighborhood changing. I don't know if he's going to experience a move or have some type of activity around where he lives at this time during this year. And he may be actually taking on some educational pursuits himself. Okay, now, his Jupiter is in his first house. This is excellent. Now, this, again, Jupiter stays in the house for about 1.5 years. So actually, little baby's been having this Jupiter in his first house for quite some time. So he only has about a few more months of this energy. One of those things is Jupiter in the first house just brings you a lot of good luck, abundance, opportunities coming to you. So he should have been experiencing a pretty good last year with regards to him getting himself out there. A lot of exposure, a lot of opportunities, things coming his way. So this could have been a pretty lucky past year for him. And he has a few more months of that energy. Now, Jupiter in the first house sometimes has us, gaining weight. I'm not really sure if his weight fluctuated at any time. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I'm not really sure. But he had that going on with him. Now, he also has Neptune in the first house. This is Neptune's first house. It's going to stay there a little bit longer. I feel like little baby is finding himself, figuring out who he is. He's about to embark on a very significant period in his life, probably starting next year or so. And that's going to have him being just maturing a lot and going through a lot of different changes and possibly some challenges in his life. But they're there to mature him and for him to grow. So right now, with that Neptune in the first house, that kind of makes us question who we are. It kind of weighs on our self-confidence a little bit. And we kind of, are in this space of changing and figuring out who we are. And it also has a lot to do with people seeing us a certain way or trying to project onto us what they feel like we are. And that's not who we really are behind the scenes. So I think that a lot of people have this perception of him, and that's not who he is at all. I'm going to just say it. Little baby is highly spiritual. Highly, highly spiritual. This is someone that I would not be surprised at some point, or he may have already considered going into some type of ministry for himself. He's a highly spiritual person, and I don't know if people really know that about him. They just think he's just some popular rapper. No, he's very conscious and very spiritual, very grounded. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually dabbles in the occult. If he probably is interested in astrology or tarot or something to that effect. But this is a very spiritual guy, not so much religious, but spiritual. So he has Saturn that's coming into his first house. It just got there. It's going to be there for 2.5 years. This is how I know he is about to go through a lot of transition and a lot of maturity. And he may, with this Saturn in the first house, sometimes Saturn in the first house, when it's transiting there, makes you look older than what you are. So he may start to look a lot more mature, or over the next couple of years, he starts to look older. He does something to himself that gives him an appearance of being older. I don't know if he maybe grows some facial hair of some sort and it makes him look older, or maybe he just looks different over the next couple of years, and you're going to be like, wow, he looks like he's aged or he's more mature. Now the Saturn in the first house, he does need to be mindful of his health, because this could set up some health issues for him over the next couple of years. Just being very, very mindful of that, being careful with that, especially with regards to his skeletal system. So this may actually have something to do with, if he has any kind of health issues, he may suffer some broken bones, or things with regards to his teeth may come up. But it's about the skeletal system, the hard parts of our body, and the teeth. He may start to do some dental work or have to get some emergency dental work. I'm not really sure. Now, he has Pluto in the 12th house. This is, again, a very long transit. So this could definitely look like a transformation behind the scenes. I would say to him, if I was doing this reading, this will be the prime time for you to get into therapy, because this is the area where we want to heal our hurts, our traumas, and fix those internal things. This could also be putting him in a space with someone, again, in confinement. Him and Jayda have a lot of the same placements and the same energy going on with them. So these are actually two people that are under major transformation between the two of them. And they are really, really finding themselves, especially him, with he's getting ready to go into his Saturn return. So a lot of big, deep, serious changes and transformations for him, and for her too, particularly in the same area, the 12th house, of behind the scene things. Next thing is, again, he has Uranus in the 3rd house. So this could be unexpected projects. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if he has any siblings, but I don't know if he has siblings or cousins or someone in his extended family, maybe having some mental health challenges, or their behavior is just kind of like all over the place at this time. And he may have to deal with that with regards to his siblings. Yeah, he has a lot of 3rd house stuff going on. 9th house, educational pursuits. Now, with the 9th house, with that being lit up for him, I see a lot of long distance travel for him. So him traveling abroad for business, for work. He also may be trying to educate himself, but this may be on a higher level. He possibly may be deciding to go to school to obtain a degree of some sort, or he may be studying other cultures and how other people live. He may have sparked an interest in different religions, how they worship, maybe transforming his own spiritual and religious beliefs into something else. I wouldn't be surprised at that. He may actually be going through a huge spiritual awakening. That's how I can best describe it, is little baby going through a spiritual awakening. I would not be surprised if he came out and talked about during this time he was really getting in touch with his spirituality and who he is on a spiritual level, maybe converting to a different religion other than the religion that he grew up with, which I don't know what that is, but a change in that, and him becoming more grounded in his spirituality. Possibly educating himself, maybe going to college, maybe obtaining a degree of some sort could be on the agenda for him. He's in the middle of his progressed moon, which hits at about 27. Kind of at this point has him questioning a lot about himself. There may be a little bit of confusion on the direction that he's going in life, and some disruption in most areas of his life, especially on the emotional level, the internal level. So this is a man that's going through a lot internally and trying to figure out his place and his direction. He's actually possibly starting to put together a 5-year, 10-year, 15-year plan and where he wants to see his life go. A lot of times with that progressed moon, things that we thought that we would be doing don't seem to resonate with us anymore, because we're moving into that phase of becoming an adult, which is around that age of 29. So he may be wrestling with confusion about what's going on with his life and what direction he's going in. He may have felt like he had it all figured out, and I know what I'm going to do, and then all of a sudden he wakes up and is like, I don't think that's what I want to do. I don't think that's my path in life. So he's definitely doing that. And with that progressed moon, he's going to be releasing a lot of things. So that could be relationships, that could be people, that could be career, work, just all facets of his life. There is going to be a shedding and a moving in a different place. And some things are not going to stay the same. People, places, and things definitely are shifting for little baby. Now, as far as his love life, I'm going to look at who he could possibly end up with. All of his 7th house is in his 1st house. And how that plays out with him is definitely he could end up with a partner that in some way boosts his self-esteem, boosts his confidence. Having this person in his life makes him feel, stronger, makes him feel, in a space of being more confident. His self-esteem rises with this person. He feels whole with this person. He's going to end up with someone that actually makes him feel very whole and very completed in who he is. Definitely, he could actually end up marrying someone that he would consider his trophy wife. Like, this is the epitome of the ideal woman for him. And he puts her on a pedestal as this is, the prize in this relationship. She's the prize. This is what I've won. And he wants the world to see how wonderful this person is. So he definitely can look forward to that. However, in his relationship, he needs a great deal of independence. And that's not to say that he can't commit, because he definitely can. But there needs to be a level of independence in his relationships, because he never wants to lose himself in a relationship. Now, he can be a little bit selfish in relationships. He can focus a lot on himself in relationships. So he definitely has to be mindful of that. Of course, with this placement, he's in the public eye, so that's going to be a thing. But I do believe at some point, little baby's going to have a teaching opportunity that comes up for him. Something he's teaching. And that's where that ministry thing that I was talking about earlier comes in. But all in all, he's going through a lot. He's prepping for a very interesting part of his life. Now, do I see the two of them together? The two of them together in their relationship. Looking at the synastry with the two of them, I would say these two people would probably be better friends than lovers. They have a way of pushing each other's buttons, and it's not always for the best. I think they mean well. I think they want to be together, but it's a very difficult combination with the two of them. But this energy between them for me, I definitely bodes better for them being really, really good friends and possibly really good business partners. As far as lovers, as far as relationship, I don't think that this is the best match for either one of them. And, but again, two people can make anything work, but I would probably say to them, it'd be best that they just be friends. And I'm going to leave it at that. So this concludes the reading on Lil Baby and Jayda. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. All my opinion. Please do not take anything factual here. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all the social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook at Melanin Goddess Life. And if you're interested in a personal reading, please visit my website at www.melaningoddesslife.biz. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.